me hearties, a very good evening to you. 'Tis indeed my good self, Scottie McClue, and we're live streaming live on YouTube just for you. This is podcast number 16. How amazing is that? 16 podcasts already. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've just joined us, we'll be with you for a couple of hours, 2 hours of superb, scintillating information, education, and entertainment, not just for one nation, but for all nations. So wherever you're watching, you're very, very welcome. Spread the word. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Scottie McClue live on YouTube just for you. Dinky-Doo. And, of course, lots and lots of sharing. Very, very important. Lovely to have you with us. And a very warm welcome. There's Flippy Gaming saying, hey ho, hello, Scottie, says Kareem. Good evening, Scottie, says John Jones. Welcome, everybody. Lovely to have you with us. And a big ding-doo to every single one of you. Fantastic stuff. Now, lots to get on with tonight, so little time to do it in. So there we are. James Hastie's joined us. Welcome, 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 I say. There we are. And Flippy Gaming, you were on first tonight. How good is that? So there you are. I'm a little bit far away from you. I think I'll come a little bit closer. Then we can chit-chat. I've got something of a shadow there, so I'll move that. That's better. There we go. How's the lighting tonight? Can you see all right? Is everything nice and clear? I'm going to get on with the sharing right away, though, because otherwise I get distracted with all your wonderful chat and I forget to share. Lots of likes, please. Like. First thing to do when you come on. James Hastie is sending me a lovely smiley face. Thank you very much, James. Very, very good of you. So there we are. And I'll just come on to the channel. That's that sorted. Fantastic. Have you had a good day? How are you all coping with lockdown? Now, big question tonight. Should there be a statue of Scottie McClue in all the towns and villages and cities throughout the UK? So there we are. Evening, Scottie. This is John Jones. Evening, John Jones. Lovely to have you with us. Kareem says, hello, Scottie. Hello, Kareem. Fantastic stuff. Scottie, guess what? I've shared and liked Kareem. You are an absolute gem. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. So there we are. Fantastic. Hello, Scottie, Kareem, and everyone. Gordon Robertson, I thought you were being a bit cheeky on Facebook about my eyesight. Tot. So there we are. I thought you would be supportive of Prince Philip. Happy birthday to Prince Philip, I say. He's 99 today. How wonderful is that? Gordon, welcome. Yes, absolutely, Kareem. What I need to do, Gordon, is get people to think bigger, to open their eyes and not do all the petty stuff. I put up a lovely picture of Prince Philip and the Queen, and people were going, oh, no, that's fake. I thought, no, that's not fake at all. But it's been Photoshop, maybe. So what? It's the man's birthday. He's 99. He's served his country for 80 years with distinction. That's what we're interested in, not this or that or the next thing. That wasn't my comment about you needing glasses. Yes, I can read it back to you. So there you are. You said the old bugger probably has to get his glasses or something like that. Someone else said that comment to me. So there you are. And did you send it on? Glenn Peacock, Dinky-Doo, yes, that photo's Photoshop, but it doesn't matter, Gordon. That's not the point. It's definitely Prince Philip. It's definitely the Queen. It's definitely Prince Philip's birthday. Who gives two about the photo? And if anything, it might just be a wee bit work on the jacket. His face is his face. So there you are. So nobody's interested in that. All we're looking for is happy birthday, sir. There we are. That's it. End of. And people just need to raise their game. That's the point I'm making. It's a bit like when you said your windies are market when I was showing you a picture of something. Do you know what I mean? It's detail. It doesn't matter. Nobody's bothered about that. Hey, guys, I need likes. What's going on here? I want to get a handful of likes, and we've been on for 2 minutes. Scottie, I want a statue of you erected in the borders. So when we arrive into Scotland, we see you saying, Dinky-Doo, and welcome to Scotland. Absolutely. So that's our big subject for tonight. Should we have a statue of Scottie McClue in every town and city in Scotland? Is that the official birthday photograph or one you cut out of a magazine? No, it's just a good photo of Prince Philip and the Queen looking well, and it's a nice thing to have on his 99th birthday. Excellent stuff. Right, guys, let's get sharing here ASAP and let everybody know that we are on. Scottie, you're a national treasure, says Glenn Peacock. I thank you, Glenn. Welcome, by the way. Hello from the Laird of Cadder, Jerry. Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo. I hope you're finding us easier now. So there we go. What have we got here? Wonderful, wonderful chat. Now then. There we are. Fantastic. And should we change the campaign to All Lives Matter? That's what I was thinking today. We're needing to look at something like that. I'm just going to share, guys. Oh, hold on. I'll just copy that, and then I can send it round. Now, do tell us what kind of day you've had. Good evening, sir. I'm doing a wee job here in Hart Hill. James Barrett, how fantastic. I know Hart Hill very well. I used to stop to get my supper on the way back from Talk 107. I would stop at Hart Hill at about 2 or 3 in the morning and maybe get a wee baguette or something, a wee egg baguette, that sort of idea. Fantastic. There we are now. We'll just let everybody know we're on. I'm going to... there we go. Just copy that. And then I can share and we can get started. Once we get a bit of sharing, if everybody shares, likes, all that. That wasn't me that made the comment about your specs. All right, Gordon, I shall have a wee look back and see what you've said. I'm a big royalist. I do wish the Duke many happy returns of the day. Excellent. Good for you, Gordon. Well, that's what we're looking for. So there we are. I think the man has done a wonderful, wonderful job. I mean, for goodness sake, how many people have served their country for 80 years and have just gone into semi-retirement about a year ago or something like that, and they're 99 years of age. Woo! And a royal life, which is tough, to say the least. There we are. Fantastic. That's really why most of our royals are trained in the military, because it's a tough gig. So there you are. And I can tell you that. Fantastic. So there we go. Right. Lots and lots sharing. All lives matter. Excellent idea. Race, gender, sexuality. So much inequalities that still happen in this day and age. All lives matter, Kareem. That's it. What did you just say about the Duke and a semi-retirement, not semi-detached? So there we go. Fantastic stuff. Oh, try again. Wonderful. I'm being asked to try again. It's not us, it's you. Try again. We'll try again. Not a problem. Right, I'm just going to post onto YouTube, guys. Let everybody know we've started, because it's easy to forget. Oh, for goodness sake, I meant to watch Scottie. I hope he's still on. That sort of idea. Evening, Scottie from Sheffield. Dave Sampson, a very warm welcome from Sheffield. Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo from Scottie McClue. Lol, says Gordon Robertson. Lol, Gordon. There we are. Semi-Gordon says, Kareem, no, it's the real Gordon. It's not just our semi. Fantastic. I can tell you that for nothing. Right, that's been successful, so I can now share on my LinkedIn. 10,000 of you are there. Fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've just joined us, a very warm welcome from me, Scottie McClue. We're live streaming on YouTube just for you and saying Dinky-Doo. Last night's YouTube was outstanding. They all have been. Thank you to your good selves for joining us. Tremendous stuff. Quality, I say. And don't just pop in and out. Come and stay. Stay for the full 2 hours because there is some great chat on here. Always quality. Right, there we go. I've exceeded the character limit. What am I taking out? What am I taking out? Wonderful, wonderful. I'll take that out, will I? Yes. I can probably take that out. There we go. Right. That's us. So I haven't exceeded any qualities now. And we posting. There it goes. That's live on LinkedIn now. If you're wanting a statue of yourself, Scottie, there's plenty of room now. The people are right to want all these statues taken down. Well, I don't know, are they John Jones? Or are the people just sort of doing politics of envy? Because if you do that, you become a historical revisionist and you ignore that it happened. It's the same with Rhodes College at Oxford. Rhodes endowed a college that allowed people to get an education. And then you had the Rhodes Scholars, a lot of very distinguished people who became very distinguished academics. So we need to thank Rhodes for the college. And I don't think we should be taking the statue down because it's part of our history. It was real. If you read your history, Kruger and Rhodes. So there you are. Look up the two of them. Hi, Scottie. Last night I mentioned about Sutton Bank. It's in the A170. It's 524 feet, halfway up. And there's a hairpin bend. Years ago, a farmer used to sit with a rope in case someone had a dodgy clutch. Oh, we don't want a dodgy clutch, I'll tell you. I was on YouTube on a Saturday night late because it got rid of all the idiots. We were having a lot of idiots when I first started on YouTube. And people that couldn't keep a civil tongue in their head, people that they were just idiots, basically. And young people larking about. Anyway, I went on late on a Saturday night with a fabulous discussion about cars. And somebody said, why don't we do this regularly, Scottie, and have a car show? And I said, I was thinking and calling it Top Clutch. And so I said, no, I think we can do better than that. So there we are, fantastic. Right, I have shared on LinkedIn. That'll just let everybody know what's happening. Fantastic stuff. And what I think I'll do is I'll share also on my Facebook. So there we are. Dodgy clutch, is that a euphemism for a woman's problem? Gordon Robertson, raise your game, sir. I hear a certain channel is taking Gone with the Wind off. Oh, for goodness sake, what's going on? No. I think we want to see all of these things. You can choose whether to watch or not. Do you know what I mean? But, quite frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. So there we are. Not about that sort of thing. I mean, no. We need to be careful that we don't become ridiculous over this and the tail starts to wag the dog. Steady on, I say. So there we are. Yes, the A170. Betty McIver. Very, very interesting. I shall look into all this. So that's the stuff. What are you like, Gordon Robertson? I don't know. My goodness me, I can't take you anywhere. Right, that's that. So more sharing, guys. If you can all do the same. Have we had lots of likes? We need lots of likes. It's just absolutely incredible how successful these podcasts have been. I mean, they are what they are. And we're on number 16. Can you believe it? More likes, please, guys. Everybody subscribe if you haven't done so. Kareem says, Scottie, today's weather's been terrible. I haven't been out long with the dogs today, but all the plants are needing a good drink. It's very good for the plants. Fortunately, I did my little bit of grass yesterday, my little bit of moss. I should say. So that got that sorted. So we were all right. Guys, I'm just going to share to the big Scottie McClue page on Facebook for those of you who are big Facebookers. And then we'll have a wee look and we'll see what Gordon has been saying on there. Fantastic. Right, that's that done. That should let everybody know what's what. Yes, the weather has not been particularly good, and it was so lovely during May, Kareem. Tremendous weather. Now, big question tonight, should there be a statue of Scottie McClue in every town and every city, and perhaps in every village, as well? People could get the money together themselves and think about that. What about that? How good would that be? I ask it. Right, so there we are now. Scottie McClue, I'm just going to post onto another site. Now, if I don't get this right, everything on this site gets rejected. People just reject it. It's very, very strange. So there we are, but I'll see what is what. So there we are. I can maybe share this one and let everybody know what's happening here. That's fine. And I'll post that. So there we are. Flare it first. Put in what we're doing. We are comedy. And then I shall just apply and see what happens. Wonderful. Right. That's that. We'll let that one go. What's this? I hope this doesn't sound rude or get misinterpreted. Your bush is outstanding. Lovely colour. Is it scented? It's not terribly scented, Gordon. Do we know exactly what it is? I'm just checking. I'm fishing a little bit here. But my bush is stunning. There's no doubt about it. I think you would call that magenta. There we are. John Jones, the world has gone crazy. Doesn't make us racist. Watching programs like Blazing Saddles, watching comedy. People know what they're getting. If I remember, Eddie Murphy placed White Man in Coming to America. So there you are. Hello, Mr. McClure. You deserve a knighthood for sorting out the single mothers. They were a nightmare. Well, we got their order. We said to them, keep your horn in your halfpenny. That was the big one. Excellent stuff. There's Kareem. Well, he's taking his message down. I don't know what was going on there. Wonderful. Right. Have I posted this? Excellent. Yes. Post that. And we'll see what happens. Good. Right. That's gone in there. Wonderful. So we'll see what's what. I'll just put my thoughts up there. Excellent. And see what's what. Right. Excellent. There we are. And that can get them thinking. And the drop bombs in Barnsley, says the wonderful Glenn Peacock. Yes, dropped bombs in Barnsley. Barnsley's, the ladies in Barnsley, their bottom was a good inch or two lower than the national average, I would have said. So there we are. Just if you did a quick survey. When you get a chance, there's a video on YouTube showing Sutton Bank, says the wonderful Betty McIver. I shall have a look, Betty. Exactly. Where are we going with taking things off the telly? Re-statues, films, and TV programs like Little Britain. Come on, boys. Up, down, gone crazy. Well, Little Britain is a comedy show, and therefore we should be having that. So there we are. People should decide. Waterleaf says, hello, Mr. McClue. Yes, hello, Watery Leaf. Dinky-Doo. Scottie, what do you think's in store for us this month? Oh, Kareem, well, I don't have crystal balls, so I couldn't actually tell you, or a crystal ball. I couldn't tell you exactly what's in store, but I suspect that there will be a spike in coronavirus because people have lost the plot. And all this wanting social distancing down to a meter, that's not going to protect anything. At a meter, it would take 6 seconds to infect you that would have taken probably a minute or two with the right distancing. So that's what I think. I think we'll see a spike in coronavirus, and if we're not careful, a lot of the good work that's been done by self-isolation, people putting up with so much, will lose that, and the deaths will come back. That's what I suspect will happen, because people are getting blasé. Yes, what's your language, Scottie? Crystal balls. There's nothing wrong with crystal balls. So there we are. It's what people used to see into the future. Little Britain is a national treasure. Such a funny program. Is there not a new series in the pipe works? Yes, I mean, if somebody's going to take offense, remember, you can never give offense. You can only take it. So that's an interesting point to have on board. It's people's choice as to what they watch these days. Do you subscribe to any TV subscription, Scottie? No, I don't. I just watch a bit of freeview, but sometimes I skip through it because there's not anything I'm really wanting to see. So there you are. So, no, I can't afford subscription television. And I also think that the likes of Scottie McClue on YouTube will eventually just replace all that. People can watch me. They can put their tellies off and their radios off and watch Scottie McClue for 2 hours. How fantastic is that? Scottie, what's that on your chin? Whereabouts, Ronnie, have I slittered my soup? So there you are. That might be the case. Somebody said recently they were putting some money into Scottie McClue's PayPal. PayPal.me/Scottie McClue. All one word. And they were putting some money in, and they said, I was watching your video last night. Had you spilt your lunch down your jumper? And I said, not recently. So there we are. I think this should go on terrestrial TV, Scottie. It's a pure classic. Welcome, by the way, Ronnie Stevenson. I am delighted to hear from you. I loved when I saw you subscribe the other day, because I thought, there's a real top man. There's a man that knows what joke I'm going to tell before I tell it. Yes, Glenn Peacock. What we actually said, I'll just have a sip of water. Well, that's lovely. I've got in touch with a couple of commercial television companies. And, of course, they put it on to what they call a commissioning editor. And these guys are sort of not terribly good with something new in general. They're looking for a formula. And, of course, Scottie McClue doesn't fit into their formula. This is something different. Wonderful. I wonder if I move that, do I go too dark? Or is that all right? So there we are, because it's glancing off the CDs. Yes, I think Scottie McClue is classic television and would get a massive audience on commercial television. But we'll build up on YouTube, so it doesn't really matter. I don't have live TV. I don't pay for the license. I don't worry. And they know it's on their records. No, Kareem, it's fine. I mean, I had a friend wrote to them and said, I've given up my telly. I don't have a license. And they kept sending him letters. And they said, why have you not paid your license? And he sent back, because I don't have a television. And they couldn't get their head round that. Very, very strange. Good to see you too, says Ronnie. You're chasing a job at Christmas, Santa. Hope you're keeping well, pal. Absolutely, Ronnie. And just a privilege to hear from you, Dinky-Doo. Spread the word. We ever have an open mic or open cam chat with the public like you used to do on the radio? Glenn, that's where we are heading. I can take Skype call on here, but your problem is the people need to be trusted. Right? I can't have them saying a naughty word. We were doing Skype and it was going great guns. Everybody was loving it. Folk were calling in. And then I got 2 wee dafties from the west of Scotland that swore because they thought them swearing was funnier than the whole world having their talk show. How daft was that? And then when I saw who it was, I was shocked. So there we are, because obviously I get some more privileges on here. So yes, is the answer, Glenn. Of course we'll have an open mic chat, and that's what made it. But I do need the what is it you call it? The profanity device. I need a profanity device so that I am in charge of what gets said. I was sent a spam email from License TV. I researched the email because it didn't look right. I was right and it was a fake. Always do that. If you get an official email, check the address, and it's usually Daft Jimmy at, so mcfart.com or something like that. So there you go. But it looks all official. People fishing with a PH. There we are, fishing with a PH. And more likes, guys. Why have we not got at least another 10 likes? And subscribe. I know you can only subscribe once, but we do need anybody who hasn't subscribed, get subscribing, because I want to build this up as quickly as possible. Fantastic. So there we go. Now, what are we getting here? Oh, we're getting an auto moderator sending me messages. I told you, this is a site that if you don't get exactly right, they take it down right away. Your comments under review by the moderator team. So they were fantastic. Good. I hope they enjoy that. Lovely. And we shall keep sharing. Now, about to do, I'll share with a big group just to let everybody know what's what. Because last night we were touching on the highest figures I've ever seen on here. And I know we're new. And I know we're just starting out. And it takes an absolute age. I remember speaking to a guy who was a program controller for a big radio network in America. And he said, I phoned him and I said, Scottie McClue, I don't know if the name will ring a bell. He went, oh man, do I want to speak to you? I said, thank you. You've heard? Oh, yeah, we've heard. And he said, Scottie, the problem is if you go on a small station over here, it'll take you forever. So he said, you need to be on in New York. Wonderful man. So that was that. But it would have meant me moving. They weren't prepared to take a feed direct from here. Although I dare say things may have changed. Did them naughty boys get punished for their obscene behavior? Oh, yes, they'd be very embarrassed because they knew who they were. I see after 31 seasons of the American TV show Cop, it's been cancelled. I wonder why. So there you are. As long as you don't have an aerial attached to the TV, they can't do anything. But I know people don't invite them in. I don't think you're obliged to invite anybody into your house, Kareem. They might try and come in, but I don't think you're obliged to have anyone in your house. My neighbour had the telly license at the door. He invited them in. He had a 50-inch telly on his wall, but no license. Oh, well. But then what if it was just a monitor and he wasn't watching anything licensable? So there you are. Surely you can have a telly if it's attached to your computer. I would have thought. And you just have to make sure. Now, of course, there's the lovely, lovely story. Television licensing phoned. Wife answers the phone. And she says to husband, the television licensing people might call. We've got a license and it's behind the clock on the mantelpiece. Oh, no. The licensing people phoned the wife. That's it. Licensing people phoned the wife, said, we're in your area, we might be calling you. And said, oh, we've got a license, don't worry. She said, you can call in and check it. I'll be out, but my husband will be in. I'll put it behind the clock on the mantelpiece. So that was that. The licensing people phoned and the husband answered. They said, we're from television licensing. He said, well, we've got a license, but I don't know where it is. They said, it's behind the clock on the mantelpiece. And he said, that's some van you've got. We love that. There we are. Sorry, we had a bit of a mess at the start there. So that's the idea. But television licensing, should it be decriminalized to not pay your license? I just have Flex on my TV. Thanks for that. So there we are. Says Kareem. No bother, Kareem. Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo. Guys, we've been on for half an hour. Can you believe it? I don't believe it. So there we are. We still haven't had the answer to the movie. What movie does it come from? right? Just do it. Where does that come from? Come on, get the jokes right, sir. I know, Jerry. Did you know that one? So could you have told that one live on air? Evening, Scotty, says Anthony. Evening, Anthony. Hello, Scotty, says Elite. Hello, Elite. Lovely to have you with us. You guys are late. Late. However, it doesn't matter. There is no problem. Now, what am I doing here? Oh, yes. I've already shared, so I'm going to share in a group. There we are. Lovely. Right, I'm just going to share to a group here, and I'll let them know what is what. Oh, my goodness me, how's that happened? Right, group name. There we are. Not a problem. Right, I've just shared to a massive group on Facebook. If you all do the same, that would be fantastic. More likes, please, more likes. Hello, Scotty. How much is hot chocolate these days, Scotty? To you, Water Relief will have it in your house. So say £1. There we are. I would say less, but I don't think it'll accept any less. Imagine if we changed the contrast in our TVs to black and white. Well, Glenn Peacock, I had my grandmother's telly when I stayed in the West End of Glasgow, and my father had bought it for her in 1967. So it was black and white, and I couldn't afford a colour one. But then I took it round to the repairer on a Saturday afternoon, one of the guys wearing the lab coat and all that, and he took it in, they got the soldering iron out, so there's little puffs of smoke, what have you. And he said to me, it's an excellent set, this, if you don't mind black and white. So I quite often watch black and white telly from about 1982 onwards. So there you are. And then I went into a television shop, got a massive X-Hire telly, had to clear a bit of nicotine off it. It smelled a bit. And I got a video recorder with a cable. This would be about 1984 or something. And I said, will I get a year out of the set? I think everything was about 80 quid. Huge telly set. I mean, really heavy to carry. And it was a tenement, and we're about 2 floors up. Anyway, no problem at all. And, of course, what we did with this, I got 10 years out. I said, well, I get a year out it. And he went, that? You'll get 10 years out it. And I did. In fact, I got 20. No, 15. And then I was watching it one night and it went like this. Zzz, and there was a smell of burning. And then it just went off, and that was it. And someone said, I think your telly's had it. And I moved it everywhere with me. So Scottie McClue's telly was a massive, big coloured telly, X-Hire, and I had to get the nicotine off it. So there we are. Kareem Zachariah, you've just given me £1. Kareem is a very generous man. Kareem, please don't think you have to. You're doing this every night. Some nights you do it twice. And give me £2. So Kareem has tapped the dollar. Elite 909 says Scott McClue for Scottish First Minister. Well, if the job came up, but Nicola is doing such a superb job at the moment, I think everyone will agree. Elite says, good to see you in HD now, Scotty. Used to listen to you on the Scottish Wireless. Scott FM. Am I in HD? What's the difference, Elite? Do tell, please. The Water Relief says, all I want for Christmas is an HD ready, black and white portable. Remember the portables in the 60s? Cream colored and orange and things like that. They looked like they were out of a spaceship. Anthony says, apologies for being late. Just sorting out some new technology. Watching you through my smart TV on YouTube. How do you do that? How do you get YouTube onto your telly? So there we are. They don't make TVs to last nowadays, Scotty. No, and they're very, very thin and light, Dave. This, you had to really stretch out your arms and carry it and put it down and stop at every landing in the tenement. I had a friend that worked in television, and he'd been an engineer, a television engineer. Water Relief, that's £2. Here's some hot chocolate money. Get me in tea. So I've got, what's in? Is it no yin? Have I not to get you yin, Watery? Watery, that's very naughty of you, but thank you. You're a very, very generous man. £2, somebody else tapping the $sign on the super chat. Let me get the chat sorted here, guys, because I'm just going to see what's going on. What did you say, top chat or live chat? What is the best one? Watery Leaf, £2. I think you'll shoot up to the top now, Watery Leaf. Somebody said to me the other day, if you give money, you shoot up to the top. Andrew Downey, you need a Chromecast to stream onto your telly, Scotty. If you've not got a smart telly, I don't know if it's a smart telly, Andrew. It's quite old now. And you will know because you are a top man. It's wonderful. And I think you may know a top engineer. Am I correct, Andrew? So there we are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've just joined us, can I have 10 likes right away, please? And can you all subscribe if you haven't already done so? And share. So I need 10 likes. 10 of these. Thumbs up. Look for the little thumbs up at the bottom right and just click like. And that will get us started. I need 10. Evening, Scotty. Dinky-Doo, says Ian Quinn. Welcome, Ian. People are getting a wee bit lax at coming and going now, I notice. We're not getting the full 2 hours out of you all. Tut, tut, tutty, tut, 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 tut. Remember, if you miss a second of McClue, you miss a moment of life. Whoever has McClue has the market. Evening, Scotty. Dinky-Doo. Hope you're well. If it has an HDMI slot, a Chromecast will work. Right, I do have an HDMI slot at the back. So there you are. Do I need to purchase a Chromecast? So that's the sort of idea. But yes, and if you have that, then you can watch it. What, do you stream it from your phone? How does it do? A lot of smart TVs come with YouTube installed as an app, or you can download it from the App Store. You just need to connect it to the internet through a Wi-Fi or wired Ethernet on the router. Now, how do you do a wired if your router's up the stairs and your telly's down the stairs? I ask you. So there you are. But have a lovely, lovely big telly. £30 a slot of the Scotty. Dave Sampson. I shall save up the £30. Somebody might even donate it to Scottie McClue's paypal.me/Scottie McClue, and we'll get one. So there we are. Excellent stuff. Or put something towards it. Do you remember that? You know, if you didn't have the money, you put something towards your holiday. There you are. And all your old aunties and your granny used to give you something massive like 2 half crowns, half a crown, 2 shillings. Huge. 10p. Fantastic. Guys, we need to do a bit of sharing. Who are we sharing with? I ask you. I'll do another one on YouTube. And then if you're into Scottie McClue on YouTube, you can get that. Go on to the Scottie McClue site and subscribe. There's lots and lots of fabulous videos for you as well, guys. So, I mean, it's an absolute bargain. Get on to McClue. What people are doing now with the lockdown, they're using me as radio. So they're going and putting it on and then going away and doing the stuff around the house. Fantastic. Scotty, I have 2 smart TVs. They're really good. Well, Kareem, I don't know what age this one will be. It's compatible with computers and everything. And it's a wonderful telly. It'll be about maybe 10 years old or something. Would I get on there? It does have an HDMI at the back. So it's wonderful stuff. So we just need to find out how to do all this. Guys, we need to get the numbers up. I want the subscribers up. We are building the most fantastic stream here. Wonderful, wonderful. I've been learning magic, Scotty. I'm good at making money disappear. Very good. Moi aussi. Always remember, never buy a t-shirt. Oh, you can't say that, Robert, for goodness sake. So there we are. I'll have to take that out. There we are. So there, yes. Never buy a la 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 la. Always buy them. Excellent stuff. So there we go. Sorry, Robert, but we're not a knocking shop. We can't make comments like that. It would cause a problem. And we don't want that, do we? Wonderful stuff. If you've just joined us, a very warm welcome. If you're wondering what on earth's going on, you're watching Scottie McClue, the first lord of the internet, the world's top broadcaster and podcaster now, big podcaster, and of course the world's most humble man. We mustn't forget that. Old money, I remember. Find a 10-shilling note. I went to the fish shop, 4 bottles of ginger, 4 packets of crisps, and 2 6pence change. Jerry, did you not take it to the police station? Say that you'd found it. You might have got a reward of £1 or something like that. So there we are. It's wonderful. I always remember somebody saying, I found 10 shillings and I handed it in and the guy was delighted. And, I got 2 shillings back off him. And someone said, it just hung on to it. You could have got the lot. How terrible is that? So there you are. There's a thought. If you found a load of money, would you hand it in to the police station? Do tell. If you've just joined us, a very, very warm welcome. Scottie McClue, live streaming just for you on YouTube. This is our live stream number 16, podcast 16. I got a battering from my ma. She was skint, says Jerry. See, take a 10 bob note off your ma. I can remember in a terrible state because I lost 2 shillings. I was sent out for potatoes and I lost 2 shillings. And I said, I'm so sorry, Mum. And she went, oh, listen, I'm sure we'll manage to get over it. Thought she'd go absolutely bananas, because mothers in these days, it was touch and go. They could just flare up. So there we are. Did anybody's mother used to flare up and you're least expecting it? Shocking. Now then, lots to talk about. It's little time to do 10. Our main subject for discussion tonight, should there be a statue of Scottie McClue in every town and city in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and perhaps further afield? Do tell. And also, should Glasgow Airport be renamed Scottie McClue International? Very, very important. We shall discuss that as well, I say. And can everybody share? I need another dozen likes. So if you haven't liked, please get liking right now. Like. And I'll do some sharing. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Wonderful on here. So that's fine. Do any of you go on these sites where there are moderators who cheek up to you? I've noticed there's a wee bit of that coming into social media. They get a bit bumptious. They get a bit full of themselves if they're a moderator. So there we are. I'm just going to share in a group here. So... Lovely. YouTube. We'll share with all the YouTube groups. I think it's very, very important. And I've just done that, and off they jolly well go. Fantastic. Thank you very much. What relief. You need to be dead before they'll give you a statue, Scottie. Yeah, that's the thing. They're taking the statue up from the river in Bristol, and they're going to relocate it. Is that correct? That's the latest news. Hello, Scottie. Hope you're well this evening. The wonderful early stables. I hope you're well, my dear, and that the wee ones are just blooming. Fantastic. So there we go. The airport, I think, should be called Glasgow Paisley Airport. Paisley should be a city in its own right. Has Paisley not got city status? Although it's got an abbey, does that count as a cathedral? Hello, Scottie. Hello, Dinky-Doo. Welcome. Dave Sampson, Scottie, what do you think of the new polymer banknotes? Do you prefer the paper ones? Of course, I used to work in banking, and we had note exchanges in all the different banks, and you exchanged their notes. You gave them their own notes back, and you kept your own, and then you took out of circulation paper ones that had got too dirty. Do you remember people used to give you a dirty pound note, just a wee old floppy, grubby wee thing, and say, that's all I've got? You said, no, that's fine. You took it to the bank, and you could ask for new notes at the bank for your own bank. Think of all the banks in Scotland. The Union Bank of Scotland, the Commercial Bank of Scotland, the National Bank of Scotland, the Bank of Scotland, the Royal Bank of Scotland, the British Linen Bank, the North of Scotland Bank, the Clydesdale Bank. So they are fantastic, all these different things. The City of Glasgow Savings Bank that went bust. Wonderful. And I knew somebody whose grandfather got his money out of it. I think it went bust in the 1880s. Thank you, Scottie. They're well, thank you. They had their hearing test today, and we're very glad to say they passed. Sometimes premature babies can have hearing issues. Emily, fantastic. You are such a wonderful mother, and such a wonderful father you've got as well. We are autocorrect. Yes, absolutely autocorrect. Do you call it autocorrect predictive text? Because it doesn't correct at all. I find it gets stuff wrong. So there we are. And who else have we got here? Just doing a bit more sharing, guys. I'm just going to see this site's cocked me a deafin. Have you ever heard that expression? It's cocked me a deafin. Where do the donations go to? Glenn Peacock, they go into the YouTube account, I think, and then they come to McClue. Fantastic. Unless it's PayPal, that all comes to McClue. So there we are. Yes, this will be a good time to review our rules before posting. Well, it's a bot that sent me back. I am a bot, it says. So there we are. Wonderful. What I hate about notes, Anthony, what have I told you? You don't hate anything. All right? You can disapprove of something, but you don't hate. Yes, because hate's a very strong word. If you hate something, you're shutting off an avenue of learning. May, thank you so much. My goodness me. You've sent me £1. We love it. So what you dislike, Tony, about notes is when you cross the border, they won't take Scottish notes. This is nonsense and racist. Well, no, it's not racist. There's not a race called Scottish notes, Tony. As long as it says sterling, it's legal tender and it can be used. Yes, I think the Scottish notes are not actually regarded as legal tender, but there is an acknowledgement of an arrangement. So there you are. You see, they are promissory. They're promissory notes. If you read the note, it's a credit note, effectively, and it says, I promise to pay the bearer on demand, and it will be signed. So it's contractual. It's a promissory note. So there you are. Yes, like the early notes were bills of exchange, and a bill of exchange was an unconditional order in writing drawn on one person, made payable to another, either on demand or at some determinable time in the future. Yes? So there you are. So your note is effectively a bill of exchange. Thank you for the £1, May. Appreciate it. Scottie, do you think Scotland can be independent from the UK without the EU? Yes, it could, elite. But the EU, I used to be against the EU. And I was conned into thinking we should leave by the big red bus that promised the National Health Service £350 million a week. And that they should be held to account for that. They should pay the National Health Service £150 million a week, or rejoin the EU. And I think we'll end up rejoining the EU anyway, I suspect, because we're going to struggle without them. But Scotland itself has always traded with Europe. Leaving the EU is just sheer madness nowadays. Sheer madness, as we will find out. So is this classed as your job then? What do you mean, Glenn? You'll have to tell me a bit more. I handed a £1 note in a pub in England. I got the change of a fiver. Turned into a good night, if I remember. Sounds like it, wasn't it? Thought your job was in the bakers. Glenn, of course it is. Chairman of McClue's Pies. Do you like cricket, Mr. McClue? Ethan, I don't dislike cricket. I just don't know anything about it. There, I couldn't tell you much about it. Dinky-Doo, Scottie, from a fellow Scot, Eddie Smith. Dinky-Doo, welcome. Lovely to have you with us. Is it the same for English notes in Scotland? Can we refuse English or other notes in Scotland? Well, no, your English note is only drawn on the Bank of England, and they are the government's banker. So why would you refuse it? You see? There you go. Scottie, I used to listen to you when I delivered takeaways. Nice to listen again. You leak. Lovely to have you with us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lovely to have your company. Fantastic. And welcome to everybody. You weren't the only one conned, Scottie, says Dave Sampson. Oh, which particular one, Dave? Yes, do tell me. And the rest of it, because I lost my life savings to a fraudster. Yes. When you get paid, thought people only did this for a pastime. Do other YouTubers get donations? Sorry for being nosy. Glenn Peacock, if somebody wants to send money, they will send money. You see, McClue charges nothing for watching him on YouTube. I could go private on another site, and you can only join the Scottie McClue show if you pay. So there you are. So, if you have a massive, massive, massive audience, then I think you would probably get paid. So there we go. So what music do you like, says Ethan. All music, Ethan. I love all music. The EU referendum, Scottie. Yes. Now, that should never have been allowed to take place. So there you are. And that had the same legal value as an opinion poll. And the majority was 1.2 million, right? So you had 17, was it? 17.4 and 16.2, or something like that. 17.4 thought they would leave on Duff Jen, and 16.2 thought they'd stay. So 1.2 million was the majority. There are almost 70 million people in the UK. Should 70 million people be dictated to by 1.2 million? Is it right that almost 70 million people have been robbed of their EU citizenship? Just at the stroke of a pen. Think about these things. You talk of losing your life savings, Scottie, and was that crook caught? No. He was up for another case of fraud. So they are, but he's done it most of his life and did it again to people after me. So there we are. What will people look like in a million years? Very tall, Ethan, if we go on. They used to be quite small. So there you are. Hopefully this will happen in 2021, says Kareem. Scotland must become independent. Yeah, but what the Scots need to get right, Kareem, they need to drop opposition to the monarchy. Because unless they get that right, they're on a hiding to nothing. Now, the monarchy with regard to Scottish independence is a sideshow. The monarchy is effectively a Scottish institution because Scotland took over the English crown in 1603 and the Irish crown, I believe. So that's what you've got. Now, when you say to some of your dyed-in-the-wool nationalists and separatists, they go, we want a republic, and stuff like that. That's never going to work because it would need royal assent to get a bill through, a Scotland bill through. So everybody needs to be agreed. The monarchy comes with us. The crown is our ultimate symbol of authority, which it is anyway. So there you are. The people are only sovereign in Scotland with regards to the Parliament. So the monarch, the Queen, is always sovereign. The Crown is always sovereign. And once we sort that out and get the dafties realizing that that's the case, that will move independence right up a gear into something totally different. All right? So that's worth thinking about. What will know that crook's still around doing that to other people right now. We had a Scottish independence referendum, Scotty. Yes, elite. And it was very, very close, far too close to call. And there was Duff Jen as well. Can I have more likes, please, guys? I need another 10 likes. There's a lot of Duff Jen put about there, threatening pensioners that they'd lose their pension if they wanted to come out of the union. Just a lot of whoppers. So there you go. So we need to have these things again. Can I buy a McClue's pie, Scotty? Of course you can, Glenn. Just go into the bakers and shout out, do you do McClue's pies? Or do you do a veggie slice in a rich chicken sauce? Elite says, democracy exists or it doesn't. Yes, but you don't try and ram it through by introducing an opinion poll that doesn't need to be acted on. So after that opinion poll, yes, what they should have said, thank you for your information. We obviously aren't going to leave the EU because it would be madness, but thank you for letting us know your feelings on the subject. You know? What school did you go to, sir? A very, very good school. So there we are. Scotty, am I right in saying you believe in God? Eddie Smith, I wouldn't like to think that any of our world leaders are the ultimate power. So I believe in a God, the one and only true living God. Yes, if you add an O, you get good. If you take the D off of O, you get evil. God is good. Good must triumph over evil, or the world breaks down. So yes, there's a power superior to mankind. So there we are. Scotty, I'm not a follower of the royal family, nor will I ever be, but she will be the head of state, and I do feel they have a key role in tourism within Scotland. Well, no, I mean, the royals bring massive amounts into the country in terms of trade and tourism. There's no doubt about that. And the Queen has been wonderful for this country, or the four countries, I should say, that make up the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. So there's no question now, when you say, nor will I ever be Queen, the point that you're missing is that our symbol of authority is the crown, right? That's a fact. So there's no point saying, nor will I ever believe that. That's a fact. So you have to believe that. So the crown's our symbol of authority, unless that ever changes. America has a flag, and we're very lucky to have that in this country. More likes, please, guys. Now, more subscribing and more sharing. Now, let's just get down to brass tacks here, Kareem. The Queen is the custodian and curator of the crown, which is our symbol of authority. So there's no question of anybody ever not supporting the royal family, because by default, we all do. Otherwise, why would we live in this country? Why would we bite the hand that feeds us? You know, so there you are. So these are the facts, guys. Well said, Kareem, says Jerry. Yes, well said, but you've just got to get the truth. And Kareem will respect that. Thanks, Jerry, says Kareem. Dinky-Doo, Scotty. I was away having dinner again before you popped up. Lovely steak pie tonight. Was watching The Vicar of Dibley and Dinner Ladies at the same time. What great comedies. Outstanding comedies. Dinner Ladies, superb. Victoria Wood, yes. Amen, Scotty, says Eddie Smith. Absolutely, Eddie. I'm just giving out the facts. There's no question of taking sides. Nobody can be, no matter how much they want to, can be a non-royalist or not support the crown, because that's our system. That's what we're here for. Great news for Scottish tourism today, Scotty. Let's hope July brings good weather for the struggle to be given a chance for the struggle. Is that what you meant to say, Ian Quinn? Welcome, lovely to have you with us. Views on the pedestrianisation of Norwich City Centre, says Ethan. Well, I quite like the pedestrianisation of city centres. If you look at places like Chester, you used to barely be able to get across the road. It was so busy. And there were huge trucks going through the old medieval centre of Chester. And they were going up in the pavement. That's what Dad first pointed out. He said, look, and you'll see the shaft turning. A great big Atkinson lorry. And you can see the shaft turning underneath the propeller shaft. Fantastic. And listen carefully to Scotty. He'll educate you all. I will, Betty. And it's amazing that people argue with me when I'm just giving them facts. You can't argue with the facts. They happen. So there we are. Like if I asked you a question, was Winston Churchill a good prime minister? Some of you would go, of course he was. Others would go, absolutely not. He was a shocker, right? So that's an opinion. Is Winston Churchill dead? Yes, that's a fact. Do you see the difference? Okay, have I made myself crystal clear? The Crown is part of the UK Parliament, says Elite. Well, only in so much as the Crown is apolitical and the Parliament is constitutional, which changed in 1688 with the coming of William and Mary. Mary was, of course, the daughter of James II, who was the old Catholic pretender to the throne. The throne, you see, had gone Proddy, Catholic, Catholic, Proddy, all the way along. Protestants are only Protestants. They are protesting. Scotty, I'm saying amen to you, believing in God, my brother. Amen, brother. Absolutely. Do you know how to schedule live streams, Scotty? It brings more hype to the stream before it starts. J-Dog, I do not. Thank you for asking. And I'm not ashamed to say I just don't know. So I need to learn how to do that. I'm not saying that, Scotty. I just don't have an interest in the royal family like I would towards fitness, etc. They are people and let them get on with their lives. Peace and privacy. Oh, absolutely, Kareem. I'm only saying that we all have an interest because we all have a stake in the royal family because they are the head of state. Well, the Queen is the head of state. That's all I'm saying. And the state is us. The Queen will be staying Queen when we do get our independence. Of course, Kareem, because we would never get it without her. Are the Scottie McClue Baker's homemade recipes? Nothing but the best, Glenn Peacock. Absolutely. Home baking. Oh, you can smell McClue's pies on the vegetarian lettuce slice. Oh, and the rich chicken sauce. You know, when I was a wee boy, I used to go to the bakehouse in the morning to get rolls. I was sent to the bakehouse for half a dozen rolls, fresh out of the oven. And when I drove the baker's van, we always got a fresh roll in the morning. What have you been up to during quarantine, says Ethan or Ethan? Ethan. I've been up to working. I do a lot of work, but I'm working from home at the moment. And then I do a little bit of popping up on Facebook and, of course, YouTube, just for you. So excellent stuff. So that's what's going on there, guys. Scottish schools back on the 11th of August, says Jamie Est. Do you think everyone is ready? Well, Jamie Est, I think that is going to be what's known as a challenge. That's what I would say, because young people are not given to following all the instructions, and they're certainly not to social distancing. And of course, a school is a mass breeding ground for any virus or illness. The UK Parliament is sovereign, Scottie. The Crown prerogative is held by the ministers of the Crown. You are correct, of course. Her Majesty's government and Her Majesty's opposition. So there we are. Wonderful news, right, Jamie S? Excellent stuff. Yes, Scottish schools will be ready. I have to go into work tomorrow for 3 hours. Kareem, you're a Scottish school teacher. Excellent stuff. Very interesting. Right, to the telephones. Did you like that? That one from a blast from the past, guys. Fantastic. Right, have we got some more sharing and more subscribing? Big style. Has everybody subscribed? I need more likes, please. Thank you to everybody who has, that is absolutely wonderful, who has popped £1 or £2 in, they've tapped the dollar at the top of the chat. Am I missing stuff here? Right, Jen, let's see what Jen is up to. What would you say the royal family gave to this pandemic other than words of comfort? They set an example to us all, Jerry, all the time. Queen is a wonderful example, an outstanding human being, and our dear husband's 99 today. Of all your achievements, what's your favourite? Says Ethan. Still talking to the public after 36 years in the media and 40 years in show business. That's my achievement, I would say. So there we go. Having the highest audience to a radio show ever in the UK. Having a disagreement with his Mac. Does anyone know the best way to remove mare's tails weeds from our gardens? Be grateful for help. Well, of course, a weed, Anthony, is only a flower growing in the place that you don't want it to grow. Weeds are flowers. I have a lovely selection of wildflowers in my garden. Buttercup, and daisy, dandelion. Scottie, it would have been a great time to be a bairn with your summer holidays being 3 months long. Yeah, I don't know. I think some of our young people have probably got rather anxious because although they might not be at their best behaviour in school, they probably realise just how much school contributes to a young person's life. So I think that's very important. Favourite condiment, says Ethan. I like a little bit of salt and pepper. Very much a salt and pepper man. Any more likes, everybody, please? Any more subscribers? Can you believe we've been on for an hour? My goodness me. So there we are. I don't recall your name. Sorry. I don't recall your name. Sorry. Has that come up right, Kareem? Is that what you wanted to say there? So wonderful. Maybe Kareem's talking together. Oh, there's Jimmy S. Kareem, we've worked in the same school, won't name it, but wanted to acknowledge. Good man, Jimmy S. So you know Kareem. How fantastic is that? It's a small world, you know. Anybody know how to remove mare's tails weeds? Or just mare's tails from the garden? Any of our green-fingered members on there? Did you do well at school, sir, if you mind me asking? Ethan, I did very, very well at school. So there you are. You're a legend, Scottie. I have 2 degrees and an IQ of 164. So that's just for starters. Scottie, I'm sober for a change. Does that mean it'd be a trusted caller? If so, then put your Skype on. I'll need to go and get my Skype watery leaf. I might do that right enough, but it's nice to know that you're sober. Just keep it that way, I say. Stay fabulous. Stay sober. Stay fabulous. Any more sharing? Shall we share? Share. We haven't done the tweet. We need to do the tweet for tonight. Wonderful stuff. You're a legend, Scottie, says Elite. I thank you, Elite. I'm certainly... a friend of mine died a year ago last week. Lovely man, Big John Myers, team we called him. And he was very big in the radio industry. And I'd known him for 35 years. And give him his first CV. I did his first CV for him, and it must have been a goodie. So there you are. And not long before he died, I was talking to him on the telephone. We were texting, and I rang him. I said, I'll just ring you. And he said, Scotty, how are you? And he said, Scotty, always remember, you were Mr. Talk Radio for, 25 years or whatever it was, 28 years. 28 years and a couple of weeks since you started Red Rose Radio. So there we are. And it was the wonderful Mike Henfield, the managing director, and John Myers who hired me for Red Rose Radio. So they obviously could spot a bit of talent. Kareem, you've just given me another £1. What are you doing, you generous, generous man? So they were liked and shared, Scotty. So I think what JC, I think you should perhaps change your name because that's going to cause a problem. So there you are. So I think you should change that. Something else. Could you play your call with Susie, please? It was great. I might do that, Tony. Yes, we might pop that one on. Susie too, we'll pop a bit of that one. Let me just do a bit of sharing to some of the big groups here and see what is what. Let everybody know that Scottie McClue is live. Was it John Myers in a TV documentary years ago? Yes, Jerry Nichol, Big John, that's right. So I might play my call with Susie. Fantastic. Susie 1 or Susie 2? What call would you like? That's what we need to know. Oh my goodness, which one have I done before? Right, we'll do that. Just hope for the best. Off it jolly well goes. I used to listen to you on Scott FM every night, Scott. It was the best program in the wireless in the 90s. Love you, big man. Top Man Elite, thank you very much for that. Scott FM was without doubt Scotland's finest radio hour. And it's some good radio hours, you know. We've had some very good stations in Scotland. I forgot my account was named that. Apologies, not at all, JC, but I would change it for your sake. Get your Skype going, Scotty. I've got a couple of points worthy of discussion. Or was it the early 2000s? No, Scott FM was 1994 to 1997. So there we are, nearly 3 years. And then some dafties bought the station and for some reason shot the golden goose. How mad were they? You know, and they were full of big talk. They were giving it things like, oh, no, we're going to have a selection of programming. We're not a one-trick pony, you know. Disaster. They had to sell it again. They lost absolute fortunes, millions. So there we go. Scotty, what do you think future of radio holds? I think, Kareem, radio will always survive. It will always endure in some shape or form. I mean, there's big radio listening going on at the moment, but that's because there's nothing like this. I mean, if you had, say, Scottie McClue all day, and you were a talk radio person, you'd listen to this stream all day. The problem we've got right now at the moment on this YouTube channel is not many people know about it. That's the thing. So we need to get everybody knowing about it. Once they know about it, they will tune in. And one of the reasons I was able to be so big on the radio is because word of mouth gets round so quickly in those days. There was no internet to speak of. So you hadn't got the competition. Now there's so much media out there and it fragments the market for advertising. So who do you watch and who do you listen to? Now I'm fortunate because I have a massive track record. So at the moment, I'm not the biggest thing on YouTube, but I will be. You know, that's it. Favorite clothing brands? Well, Ethan can't mention brands. You know, we don't do that. I always gain new knowledge from these streams, Scotty, says Bakaji. Bakaji, yes, we're big on knowledge. And we might as well get it out there. Sacking was the equivalent of Celtic sacking. Yeah, absolutely. What a relief. Yes, indeed. And he mentions a very, very famous football manager. You just don't do that. It was just madness. They just took a fit of madness. But these people were a bit up themselves, if I may use that expression. And they actually thought they were bigger than the station. And of course, I had too much humility to say to them, listen, if it wasn't for Scottie McClue and all the other wonderful presenters on Scott FM, none of you would be here. There would be no requirement for management. You know, that's what you have to get across sometimes, because the wonderful, sadly late Lord Gordon, Jimmy Gordon of Radio Clyde fame, and Alex Dixon, sadly late, lamented, both of these great characters that started and built up Radio Clyde in the west of Scotland. Alex Dixon said to Jimmy Gordon one night when Jimmy was asking him about assets for the station, he said, your assets, Jimmy, are walking out this building on two legs every night. These wonderful presenters that were at Clyde. Would you ever go back to radio, sir? Yes, Ethan, if I got the right offer. And when I say the right offer, I'm not just talking about money, because there's not huge money in radio now, unless you're maybe one of maybe a dozen people, something like that. So I'm not talking about the money, you know, because obviously, you know, I've had a fantastic life in the media. But I would go back to radio for the right offer. What really attracted me to Scott FM was the fact that it was on FM. It was 2.2 million people right across central Scotland. Only 3,000 were listening at night with a very, very top quality broadcaster on. And the transmitters were so powerful, and there was two of them. And I thought, I can really do some serious business here. You know, and of course it started to damage the opposition, and they were panicking. Big fan, Scotty. Let's see the trim. Absolutely massive. So let's see the trim. Tell us more. Do you think you'll ever get the right offer? Captain Contagious, there's no reason why not, because I have an excellent track record in radio. I have never done or said anything that would in any way bar me from working right at the front line of radio. But I think I would have loved to have gone on to the big public service broadcaster in this country, you know, and that might happen. But sometimes a couple of people can keep you out. It could be one person that doesn't like you. Because I remember talking to somebody and they mentioned a name and they said, that's your stumbling block. And it's just one wee guy that doesn't want Scottie McClue on. So there we go. Scotty, I want to see your hair. Massive fan. Here is my hair. There it is. The most successful stations are the ones who listen to their audiences and give them what they want. It's why you're a successful broadcaster. I've always said, Tony, you're quoting McClue from 25 years ago. Give the audience what they want, and they will reward you with their listenership or viewership. Yeah? And I know this would go big on commercial television. Do you think you'd enjoy hosting a celebrity talk show on TV? Yes, Mukherjee, I think that would be rather fun. Favorite artist? Do you mean painting artist? Do you mean like Leonardo da Vinci? So there we go. Anthony, you're quite right. Alex Dixon, ex-TV reporter, and his book review on Radio Clyde, I liked him. Yes, Jerry Nichol, a lovely man. And I remember about 1980, it would be, maybe 1979, 1980, I think it was 1980, I wrote to Alex Dixon at Radio Clyde to ask him if I could be considered or auditioned or something like that. And he wrote a lovely, lovely longhand letter back. Both Alex Dixon and Jay Gordon were superb at coming back to you and writing letters. And he must have got this from dozens and dozens, hundreds of people every day. And he wrote a lovely longhand letter back telling me about other stations that it might be best to try first to build up experience. And I hope I've still got the letter from Alex, beautifully handwritten, very nice man. And I used to see him a lot because I used to go to record commercials at Radio Clyde. And I went back, when I was back working at Radio Clyde, doing the Clyde Cayley, I'd gone in for a meeting during the week, met all these wonderful, very, very famous DJs. And this gentleman came over. I didn't recognize him at first. And when I look at it back, there were piles of books on a desk, and I was sitting, I just perched on a desk to do some writing. And he came over and I said, "Sorry, am I in your road?" He said, "No, not at all." And then he turned round and I thought, it's Alex. And he said to me, he said, "Son, I love what you do on the radio." That again, like Ricky and Jack Mulroy, that was better than a knighthood. So there you go. Fantastic stuff. Thanks, Scottie. All it takes is one bad apple. Maybe you could try crowdfunding or something similar. Well, I do have a GoFundMe account. GoFundMe.com/Scottie-McClue. I've got a PayPal account, and you can pop something into PayPal. And if everybody did that, then it would be great. You know, I mean, say we built up, 100,000 viewers on here and everybody gave us a quid, we could start to really build and build. Do you think the favourite radio presenter of today, says Ethan? Ethan, I have so many. I love Terry Wogan. I love Jimmy Young. I love John Myers on Breakfast. I loved Derek Webster, all these wonderful people that I worked with on radio. Stacks and stacks and stacks of them. Daryl Denham, another wonderful presenter. Dave Shearer. These were all great presenters. So many of them. Tony Blackburn, another wonderful presenter. John Peel. Paul Gambaccini. These are all fabulous, fabulous names. There are so many. I mean, radio is international. Do you think the whole media world and the audience have become more shallow in the last 2 decades? And that's why it's harder to get the right offer. No, I just think there's so much media that it's fragmented traditional media. Now, I actually was interviewed by, you'll see it on YouTube. It's an interview by 2 grumpy critics. Yes. And it's asking me all these questions. 2 grumpy critics. And I said to them that when I go to a traditional company and I say, "Would you be interested in a phone-in?" "Oh, no, Scottie, we don't do that, and we don't really hold with all that social media stuff. We do our own." And I think, you're going to wake up some morning and they say it's our core business. We want to concentrate on our core business. I say, you're going to wake up some morning and your core business will have gone, you see? And everybody will be on YouTube watching Scottie McClue live streaming. Fantastic, isn't it? So the Archie, what are you saying? No, we can't have that there, Archie. I see what you're being funny, but no. We'll take that down. So there we are. And Bakaji is going, "No, we don't do names and stuff like that, Bakaji." Ken Bruce, yes, I was going to say Ken Bruce. One of my favorites when I was doing my university thesis. I was doing that one in 1991. And I had a big flat in the West End of Glasgow, and I'd taken the desk into the drawing room. 22-foot drawing room, these old Glasgow flats. And I had Ken Bruce on as I was writing. Just so funny. Wonderful, wonderful broadcaster. Very nice man. I know him. Scottie, I don't like a lot of radio. I don't like a lot of radio is moving down south. I'm glad there are new Scottish ones starting up. I won't name them. Absolutely. I remember Alex Dixon jingle the day I read a book. Very, very clever man. Great journalist. Scottie, I've just shared you with thousands on Twitter. What a relief, I thank you. Has everybody followed Scottie McClue on Twitter? At ScottieMcClue. Get following. Do you think people get fed up with constant back-to-back music all the time? Of course they do, Tony. Music has its place, but we need more talk and personality from the presenter. Yes. Who sang the song the day they wrote a book? You tell me, Jerry. Hi, Scottie. Can you please say a big hello to Kareem and Mrs. Mac from Catherine Raven? Of course I can. So there we are. Fantastic. Do you want me to see? Thank you to those of you that have tapped. I still can't see the dollar sign here, guys. I have never managed to see the dollar sign. Where is it? There we are. I've got live chat. So I've got all that. Pop out chat. What's pop out chat? I don't want to click on that. What does it mean when it says pop out chat? Hello, Catherine. Vic Galloway's another favourite. Yes, Jamie Est. Absolutely. Top man. So there we are with all these famous people. Hello, Catherine, says Kareem. Anything. If I click pop out chat, what does that do? Does that cut all the chat? I'm going to say Dinky-Doo to all of you. Dinky. Oh, this is fantastic. Do to all of you. Now, guys, Scottie McClue is something totally different to anything else on the internet. So this stream is quite incredible. And I want you all with me. So we're all sharing and we're all liking. If for some reason you don't like Scottie McClue, just go away. Nobody cares. Nobody minds. Dinky-Doo to all of you, says Scottie McClue. Thank you, Scottie. You are a legend, says Catherine Raven. So are you, Catherine. A wonderful lady. Fantastic. Pop-out chat just means it makes your screen smaller. Aha. Hi, Kareem. Stay safe. Going back to work, says Catherine Raven. Yes, Kareem, do be careful going back to work because it really is going to be an absolute challenge for education. Jimmy Durante with the film Michael Caine, The Lesser Files. Right. Now, I'll tell you a movie I love. You've reminded me, The Odessa File. Do you remember that one? The Odessa File, The Day of the Jackal. There's another cracker. You still haven't got the one I'm talking about. Just do it. That one. What is that from? Right, and I've given you so many clues. Andrew Downey says, Scottie, I'm totally fed up the telly, radio and podcasts. Way to go, Andrew. You're 100% correct. This is where it's at. And I will prove it. It might take me a long time, but I will prove it. But if you can get the word out there, you guys, share with everyone, just so they know it's on. There's a wonderful Catherine Raven, all smiley-faced. Fantastic, Catherine. I thank you. Thank you. Gloves and mask will be on tomorrow, and we'll take August when it comes. I really need a holiday to charge my brain and my muscles. Yes, teachers do need. I get very annoyed when I see people knocking teachers or knocking their holidays because they've obviously never experienced what being a teacher is actually like. There we are. McClue knows. Yes. A dessert, says Jerry Nicole. What's a dessert, Jerry Nicole? You have to tell us. So there we are. Right, what would like, somebody's requested a Scottie McClue YouTube. Susie 2. Do we want to hear a bit of that? Want to hear Susie 2? Susie 2, Scottie McClue. There we are. She's good. She is good. We'll put this in and see what comes up. So there we are, and I'll let you hear a bit of that. Catherine, I hope you're keeping safe. Sorry for that. Odessa. Is that Odessa? There we are. This is the second call. There's the first call, and then we've got the second one. So there we are. Do you want to hear the first one? Shall we do that one? And we'll see what gives. Now, you need to tell me if you can hear this, guys. Very, very important. Andrew, you can maybe help out. Andrew Downey, let us know what's what. So we've got that sorted out. We'll need a wee bit of volume, won't we? Wee bit of speakers.
Sorry, just a minute.
So
I hope you're going to keep a civil tongue in your gob, love. Don't be...
Right. So.
Susie, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yes, love.
Right. I've been married 22 years.
Congratulations.
Oh, look, don't be sarcastic.
No.
My husband...
I just said congratulations.
...in Northern Ireland...
Just a minute. I hope you're going to keep a civil tongue in your gob, love. Don't be sarcastic. I congratulated you on being 22 years married, and you turned round and gave me a lot of lip.
Right, okay.
Come on.
My husband was in Northern Ireland when the trouble was really bad.
Right.
He lost his best mate shot in front of him.
Right.
You're on about pregnant women and babies in the front line.
Right.
I was 8 months pregnant. We've had a hard life. We've had to deal with my husband losing his best mate.
Yeah, but wait a minute. You weren't in the front line.
I wasn't. My husband was.
Yeah, but you weren't.
He hasn't been to Costner because he came out.
No. Never mind that. The point I'm making is you weren't...
pregnant women in the line.
Yeah, in the front line.
I was 8 months pregnant. You're talking about women being physically not up to it.
Correct.
And can't do the job.
Correct.
At 8 months pregnant, I was laying bricks. If you've got a strong body and a strong mind and
you shouldn't have been doing that.
Why shouldn't have been?
You're going to put the baby at risk.
What? No, hang on. I've got a 15-year-old lad here.
Well, you were lucky.
Pardon?
You were just lucky.
No, I wasn't lucky.
That was daft of you to be laying
No, it wasn't. It wasn't daft.
A silly thing to be doing.
A woman's body is stronger than a man's.
Oh, rubbish, love.
Right, don't tell me rubbish.
Hey?
Do you think you could go through childbirth?
I wish you, of course I could. If men could have babies, women would be redundant.
If you ask me, or I ask you, when a man has a cold, he's dying, isn't he?
Oh, rubbish. I've done radio programs, television programs. I've baked thousands and thousands of pies when I've been on my back.
Liar.
So don't be giving... No, not... How dare you call me a liar? That's a total... You take that back.
One of the hardest things...
You take that back. You owe me an apology.
Hey, just let me finish and then I'll apologise.
Right, love.
One of the hardest things in the natural world, whether you be a human... Come here. Whether you be a human or an animal, is giving birth.
Rubbish.
Don't be so stupid.
I'm telling you straight.
Cows need help.
There's nothing to it.
Oh, there isn't. Your experience, you've given...
Yeah, I've watched women, and what a fuss they make about it. Shouting and bawling all the time.
Right. You think it's a simple task.
Correct.
My son took 4 days to be born. He got stuck.
That's because you were bricklaying.
Like lots of women, or some people can shit like peas.
That's because you were bricklaying, love.
Yes. No, it isn't because I was bricklaying.
Yes, it is. You're not my watch.
I'm 7 stone. I was 7 stone 20 years ago.
Nothing of you.
7 stone.
Nothing of you. You're just a little skilf.
Yeah, but there is nothing wrong with a woman being in the army and bringing a child in the world in the front line.
Not rubbish, love. You must be absolutely round the twist.
You think so?
I know so. I don't think so. I know you're round the twist. Any woman that comes that would put an unborn or a newborn baby at risk by 7 in the front line needs their head looked.
Right, what can...
You need your head looked.
Your experience, what can you do with a newborn baby?
Newborn baby, you go home and you breastfeed.
You can throw a newborn baby in a swimming pool, whether it be 10 foot, 2 foot...
Don't try this at home, folks. This woman is deranged.
Deranged?
You're deranged, love.
You think so?
Yeah,
a newborn baby... A newborn baby...
Don't try this at home. Don't listen to this woman, folks. She's talking rubbish.
You think so?
Yes, I know so. You apologise to the nation. She was lying, folks, by the way, telling you a huge pot pie. If you've got a newborn baby, you put it to the breast, you have it sleeping, you feed it, all these things. Change the nappies.
Just a minute.
You don't go talking.
Just a minute.
No, what a lot of... Listen, don't you... Oi.
As tough as they come.
Well, he should have been breastfed. Well, he should have. Rubbish. Listen, I'll tell you the thing you want to do, love. You want to stop giving out duff advice to the nation.
Oh, do I?
You owe the nation. You owe the nation an apology. That's right, what I'm saying.
You're not right because
I'm spot on.
Baby.
I may well
might have married. You might be married. You might have 2 minutes of fun.
I might have.
Life a good time.
Yeah.
And a baby has appeared.
You've
not gone through it.
Well, I did this thing. Rubbish.
The toughest thing in this world is a newborn baby.
Rubbish. What a lot of nonsense. It would be a lot less tough if you hadn't been at the front line. If you'd been at home in your feather bed, you'd have popped the kid out, no problem.
I doubt it.
I'm telling you, like...
I doubt it.
A little skelf-like thing, like... A little sylph-like character.
How do you know I'm sylph-like?
A little wood nymph.
A little wood nymph?
Yes.
Well, my son is now bigger than me, tougher than me. He was
probably bigger than you when he was born.
When he was born,
he was probably bigger.
Boots.
Yes.
He's never been ill.
Yeah.
I was laying bricks till 8.5 months.
Are you told?
Yeah. I was doing a sunken garden and raising it up.
I don't know. You're off your head, love.
No, I'm not.
You're around
You're trying to say that women in the army have no place for babies.
There is no place for babies, and well, you know it.
No, I don't.
And you want to have a think.
Why do I want to have a think?
You know, some of the nonsense you've been coming out with to the nation.
You think that a baby born in the front line is going to be in danger?
Not safe.
It's tough. Kids are
not
tough.
Safe. Oh dear God.
They're only soft.
Oh yeah, kids are tough. Yeah, so kids should have the next generation up at the front when there's all these grenades and bombs flying about. Are you completely round the twist?
No.
I don't know.
My son was... Don't turn the radio up. I can't hear.
No, don't turn the radio up.
As tough as they come.
Well, so you say.
Put him in the front line with a gun.
You're bonkers, love. The only thing your son should be allowed is a lollipop.
A lollipop? If I offered my son a lollipop, do you know what he'd do?
What would he do?
He'd flatten me because he's tough.
Rubbish. I think you should take the stabilizers off his bike and see how far he gets.
Pardon?
Take the stabilizers off his bike and see how far he gets.
At 15 years old,
And we'll see how tough he is. Rubbish.
Kids are only soft and marred and ill because they're mollycoddled.
What's a lot?
You bring them up with love. You show them what's going on in the world, and they toughen up.
Right, now that'll do from you, love.
All right, then.
That's more than enough, I think, isn't it?
Right.
Dinky-Doo.
Okay, good night.
Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo to you too.
Dinky-Doo to you too, lovey.
I don't know what you think, folks, but that was her. And maybe tomorrow night we'll listen to the second call that she did. Oh, my goodness me. There's all these little gems on YouTube. Jerry Nichols says, but that's my wife. I miss these night lines, says Water Relief. I know, everybody does Water Relief, but, I need to get money together to put in phones and a proprietary device, and we can probably do it on the YouTube stream. And then we'll get back to it. I feel very sorry for her. Absolutely, Captain Contagious. Because you see, the thing is, I'd put out the subject. They were talking about putting women soldiers in the front line. Should they go on the front line if they were expecting? Right? Because, women in the front line. And I mean, she's going, you can have a newborn baby when you're in the army and all that stuff. I liked the other one when she said she had 4 houses in a lift. Yeah, we'll get that. Was that all right, Andrew? Was it nice and clear? Do you like this feature, guys? If we play the odd YouTube live on the live stream, do tell me. Can I have more likes, please? I need more likes. Like. Excellent stuff. So there we are. So if we can grow it. Is this lady for real? Yes, Kareem. She phoned 3 times. So maybe we'll hear the other one tomorrow around the same time. Absolutely. I left her, Captain, and she met a sailor. The great wind-ups and Magnus Hunter. Yes, but she's genuine. I mean, that's a genuine call that came into the radio station. It was a Friday night. I was on from 10 o'clock at night to 1 in the morning. And I think she came on about 11:30. And it was just fantastic. Scottie, do you have any recordings of the old shows when you're in Hallam and Magic? Yes, Dave Sampson, you will get them all there at YouTube, you know. Yes, Scottie, I won't sleep now. I can't wait to listen for it tomorrow. Oh, Kareem, you'll love this one. I mean, she's an absolute belter. Fantastic. I don't think we've got time for it tonight. I always loved listening to Simon Bates. His Our Tune feature was brilliant. Absolutely, Anthony. Fantastic stuff. If you just joined us, folks, a warm welcome. You're watching Scottie McClue. We're live streaming on YouTube just for you. We're absolutely live. Spread the word. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 that Scottie McClue is here at 8 o'clock every night during lockdown through until 10. My goodness, I can't believe it. We've got about 20 minutes left. So there you are. So like that one, Kareem. Now, guys, I need you to give me feedback. Do you like the feature? Do you like the idea of having a feature YouTube in the live stream on the program? All that sort of idea. It just gives you a flavour of what Scottie McClue is all about. So that was quite good then, Andrew. That's from a technical point of view. It works okay, yes? More likes, please, and more sharing. We haven't shared for a long time. Guys, you must get sharing. We need to build and build and build. I need to build my subscribers, and I need the word to go right around the internet. I can only do so much myself. There we are. Everybody says yes, Scottie. No water relief. You're saying yes. Scottie, do you have any recordings of the old shows in Hallam? Yes, I do. So there we are. Have we got time to Skype, Scottie? I would need to go and get the Skype. Water relief. Feature YouTube halfway through is an excellent idea. Gives new fans a taste of the past as well. Absolutely. The old fuddy-duddy who said you'd done something to the animals and he said you'd get rid of them. Did you report him to the authorities? Yeah, he said I hadn't done anything. He said he had. Yeah, old fuddy-duddy. Oh, yeah, we got him reported to the authorities. Big style. He was a bit of a shocker, actually, that guy, I have to say. So there we are. Excellent stuff. Just looking at the sharing, see what's going on. If we can all do the same again, that would be fantastic. If we can all do the same. Oops, I've still got the volume up there. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. There we are. Wonderful. Getting myself back there. Yes, I do remember him. Absolutely, very much so. I might go and get the Skype water relief and give you a chance, and we'll see what's what, because I like the fact that you're sober. Everybody says yes. Right. I'm going to go away and get the Skype. Do not go away, everybody. I'll leave you in charge. Fantastic. And we'll see if I get water relief on the Skype, okay? Back in a second. Don't dash off. Wonderful, wonderful. There we are now. We'll go and get the Skype. See if we can get water relief on the Skype. Fantastic. Wonderful. Now, no problem at all. Just coming back. You're in charge. Did everybody behave while I was away? That's all I want to know. Did everybody behave while I was away to get the Skype? Yes, you see, you're all in charge. Fantastic stuff. More likes, please. More sharing. Right. So there we are. Let's get that away. Okay, cookie. Now then, the Skype. Now, I'm not sure if this will work, water relief. Let me get it going first. See that we're in there. We might have to sign in, and we've not got long, but we'll manage it. And if anybody else wants to Skype, it's Scottie.McClue. Okay? Thank you very much to everybody who's joining us tonight. Wonderful. Thank you for your generosity and your kindness, you beautiful people. Kareem, you've been incredibly generous. Thank you. Wonderful stuff. Any more likes? Any more subscribers? If you've just joined us, welcome to Scottie McClue live streaming YouTube. We're here every night, British summertime, 8 p.m. And Eastern Daylight Time, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Pacific Time, I think, are we 1 in the morning, if you are at Pacific Time. Right, here we go. Let's try it. We might just get you on, Watery Leaf. That would be rather good. Because if we can take calls from trusted people, then it does make a difference to the live stream. I think you will probably agree. Now then, what am I putting in here? Right, just getting signed in. Hopefully it will work. Right. It says it's signing in. Fantastic. There we are. Just give it a wee second, Watery Leaf, and then we will see if we can get you on. I hope you're enjoying the live streams, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lovely to have you with us. We've got about 15 minutes left. Right, I would try my hand now if I were you, Watery Leaf, and see what gives. So there you are. See if we can get you on. So there we are. The Skype is live anytime you like. Right. Yes, Scottie, I won't sleep now. Can't wait till tomorrow. Always loved listening. Jenny Nicol. No like the feature, Scottie. Prefer a live talk friend. Yeah, but Jenny Nicol, you've had 2 hours of live talk. It's just one feature. Feature YouTube halfway through is an excellent idea. It gives new fans a taste of the past, says Kareem. Glenn says, oh yes, we've done all these. Sorry, what am I doing here? So there we are. Kareem. What year was that? Oh. Hello, Watery Leaf.
Scottie, are you hearing me okay?
We're hearing you truthfully. Outstanding.
Fantastic.
Can everybody give us the thumbs up, please? If we can hear
what makes a difference to the call. The quality of the call is important, Scottie.
Oh, yes, and we always get a good quality call from you.
Absolutely. That's why I phoned in.
Excellent. Now then.
I think every airport should be named after McClue. And McClue's Airport, Scotland.
Right. So Edinburgh Airport should be Scottie McClue, but if you've got Scottie McClue International.
Every airport in Scotland, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Inverness, Aberdeen, all should be called McClue's Airport.
McClue's Airport.
Because if you land at McClue's Airport, you'll not get lost because you can where you are.
Can where you are, absolutely. You're at McClue's Airport. Very, very good, Watery. Now, Watery, I need you to tell us, you liked that feature there with that lady.
That was fantastic, Scottie. Oh, I'll tell you, yeah, it made me laugh, as it always does. But I know it's years old. Every time.
But you see, I think that sort of stuff is timeless. McClue is timeless.
Absolutely, Scottie. But listen, I found it funny when you says back to the telephones.
Back to the telephone. That actually came out by accident.
Right.
That was an accident.
Phone number you think would have come out by accident?
Oh, any of them could have come out by accident. I was once broadcasting. I had so many radio stations on the go at one point. I was doing a 7-day week, and I gave out the wrong number. Yes, you've got that turned up. Watery Leaf, that's spoiling the call. You need to turn these down.
Sorry, it's my signal.
Your signal's going a bit funny. Right, well, listen.
I've just moved to Windy.
You've moved to the Windy. Excellent stuff. So, do you think we should play the feature?
Absolutely, Scotty. And I think you should not be scared because the internet's different for Ofcom. I think you could get away with that getting on Scotty FM with the women phoned up and complained about the call, maybe the night or two or four about the 3 bears.
Yes, all that stuff. Yes, absolutely, yes. Although having said that, I like to run a tight ship, as you know.
Aye. Now, Scotty, what other point I was going to bring up for you?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about that.
No, we were talking about banknotes earlier on.
Oh, banknotes, yes.
Aye. Now, you were saying, can you accept Scottish notes in England?
Yes.
Or can you do the same in Scotland with English notes?
Yes, because the English note is legal tender.
Scotty, your banknotes is just a credit note because it says on it, pay the bearer on demand.
Correct. And if you were listening, you would have heard me tell the nation that.
So you've got the right to refuse that, whether you like it or not.
If you don't want it, you can refuse it, yes. But the problem is, it tends to be, if you're down south with Scottish notes, it tends to be ignorance. Because they've never seen them.
Scotty, it was in time when I was doing it in Wolverhampton. Now, I was lucky because I asked Lassie, do you accept Scottish notes? She says, aye. So I handed her a £1 note for my pint, which was about 95 pence, and I got for £1 5 pence change.
Lovely. And you forgot to say.
That's when your pints were cheap.
You didn't notice till later. I can remember.
No.
You could get a half pint for 1 3p.
So as I came to me a pint notes, you know. I can make a fortune.
Absolutely. Listen, what a relief. I'm going to dash, but you take care. Dinky-Doo.
Right, Scott.
There we go. Excellent stuff. So there we go. Not bad at all. I think he had, he said it was his signal, but that was not to heed. So there we are. So we can take calls, guys, but they have to be from a trusted source. I think you will agree. Any more likes? Anybody not liked the stream tonight? Can we get liking and liking and liking? Right, here we go. What year was that, says Magnus? 1999 or something, Magnus. As I say, all stuff. That's a first, Scotty. You vanish. You were quick. Oh, we're back quick, Jerry. Yes, I just had to go and I realised I'd left the Skype downstairs. I'm back, says Gordon Robertson. Excellent, Gordon. We missed you tonight, and we missed your input. You have missed the most fantastic stream. I've sent you something on PayPal, Scotty, for a warm drink. Dave Sampson, you're a very, very naughty boy. I thank you. That's extremely kind of you. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy indeed. Welcome back, Gordon, says Graham. What have I missed? Will you do a recap for me? Of course, Gordon. We'll stay on another couple of hours just so you can get the show, and we'll say every single word exactly as we said it in the last couple of hours. Would that help? What's the call that you've got the most angriest? I suspect Mr. Martin, when he said Scots are cowardly in battle, it got me so angry. Yes, there's a lot of anger with that. I have a wee pizza in the oven, cheese and ham. I'll send you some over. You fell asleep. If you fell asleep, this is for Gordon. So there we are. Yes, absolutely. I haven't been here in like 5 days. A good pizza. You need to not miss out Scottie McClue or you miss out life. Did you say something about self-flagellation? No, we were talking about a flag of the nation. So there you are. I think, Gordon, you need to raise your game. Absolutely. Self-flagellation. So there we are. We wouldn't be doing that. It's not easy to do it as you get older, apparently, anyway. Natalie says hi. Hi, Natalie. So there we are. Natalie says, I like you. Wonderful, Natalie. Thank you for that. Very much appreciated. Maybe too much information, though. You have to say that. So that's that. Lisa's on. Hello, Lisa. Natalie says, I like you. As you're saying, we have our opinion. That's what I say. More live talk. I know, Jerry, but if you've got 2 hours of live talk and it's not costing you anything, I think you can have a wee feature. Love it, says Magnus Hunter. So what do you love, Magnus? Do you love the feature or do you love the fact that we took a live phone? Gordon Robertson, you naughty, naughty boy, just sent me £2.99. Stop, Gordon. You need your pennies. Thank you. Very generous. Scottie, I'll say good night. I'll speak to you tomorrow, says Kareem. Good night, everyone. Jerry, Gordon, Catherine, etc. And lots of hugs and kisses from Kareem. Kareem, virtual hugs and kisses I had. Kareem, lovely to have you with us. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all your generosity as well. You've got Gordon Robertson at it now. Good night, Kareem. Good night, Kareem. Enjoyed your inputs, says Jerry. Absolutely, Jerry Nichol, good man. So there we are. So we've got lots of chats, Jerry. We want to, we want to vary it. We've got a lot. I mean, I'm on 7 nights, so that's 14 hours. So that's quite a lot of time. Thanks a lot, Scottie, from Amsterdam. Captain Contagious, are you in Amsterdam? Huh. My old friend who was an interpreter during the Second World War, and he was billeted with a Dutch lady in Amsterdam. She didn't have any English and he didn't have any Dutch. But he thought she spoke French. He thought, we'll manage to get by. He knocked the door. And she goes, ha, come into huis. Wil een kopje thee hebben? We thought, I think I'm going to get on all right with this Dutch. Ja, nee. Scottie, for taking calls. Why not use a phone with a loudspeaker? And you can give out the number. I know I might get a wee burner phone, as I say, water relief. Amsterdam, that's the kind of place you can be. Contagious, says Gordon Robertson. There we are. You go for the canals, Gordon, I see. Wonderful stuff. Now, how are we doing for time? My goodness me. We've only got a couple of minutes. I can't believe it. Ha-ha. I'm billeted with a Dutch woman as well. So, Captain Contagious, does that make sense to you? Ha, come into huis. Wilt je een kopje thee hebben? So there we are. Have I said it right? The book club says book club. Wonderful book club. Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, you're watching Scottie McClue live streaming on YouTube. Just for you. What a fantastic program it's been tonight, guys. Thank you so much for all your wonderful, wonderful input, for your thoughtfulness, for your kindness, your generosity, for the quality of your chat, for all the feedback, for all the help with doing that. I didn't know you couldn't speak Dutch. Yes, I didn't know you couldn't either, Gordon. So there you go. Fantastic. But what we'll do is we'll split it and we'll just pay the same and then we can go Dutch. So there we are. Lekker slapen, Scott. Very, very good, Captain Contagious. Well, there we are. There you go, Gordon. There's a few lines for you. A few words of Dutch, very good. And that'll go with your cap. So there we are. Good chat. Right, now, what else have we got? Oh, yes, we need to do some more sharing. So I shall share. This is my last share of the night, guys, so I'll make it a goodie. Oh, we haven't tweeted. Have we time to do the tweet? If we're very, very quick, we might have time to do the tweet. So there we are. Right, let's see. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Right, we might have time to do the tweet, we might not. Great show, great laugh, long may it continue. Dinky-Doo, water relief. Well, as I've said, I'll give it up when you guys have had enough. We are the book club. We are reading Boy in Striped Pajamas at the moment. Book club. What a fantastic one that is. And of course, if you get to see the movie, you'll see my wonderful friend David Heyman in it. Tremendous, very, very moving film, though. Very heavy going. So you need to, be able to watch that. Jiggy, that's all the Dutch I know. What does that mean, Gordon? Gordon, I like your pattern, friend. Keep it up, as they say. I think he means pattern. Thank you, Jerry, says Gordon Robertson. We like your pattern, Gordon. I think that's finished it for him. Join us, says the book club. Thank you, book club. Very, very kind of you. And great to have you on here. More likes, please. Likety, like. Likety, likety, like. Very, very important. Right, I think I might manage to have time to do the tweet. So I'll just put Scottie McClue live. Right, there we are, Scottie McClue live. Okay, got that. There we are, guys. Now, what am I putting in here? I need to have your input, right? Because what we're doing is we're putting in all the hashtags. There we are. Wednesday Wisdom. Fantastic. A little bit more help, please, with the hashtags. No bother. That's it. Let's say cheery and thanks till tomorrow. Jerry, take great care of your dear self. Lovely to have you on tonight. And thanks for joining us live on Scottie McClue's YouTube. Just for you, Dinky-Doo. I'm sending the tweets. Would you like to volunteer a hashtag before you go, Jerry, so that I can put this on and let everybody know what's happening? There we go. Fantastic. Let everybody know what's what. Yes. And what else can I put up? I'll put up some of the football stuff. We like that. Wonderful. And that's that. Right. Come on, suggestions, please, guys. We need lots of suggestions for the tweet. We've got to get the tweet right before I go. I need to go to. We're running out of time. Right, I'll do some more. Right, that's that. And that as well. Anybody got any ideas, guys, for the tweet? It would help if you could. There we go. We're just looking for hashtags for the tweet here. So there we go. Bye, says Stephen Bard. Bye, Stephen. Take care. You're a bit over time. Is this because I missed a bit? Gordon, this is dedicated to you. We're in what we call dedicated time for high-quality viewers. Very interesting, says Book Club. I've learned the Goodbye song and the Moothy Scotty. Good water relief. We'll maybe get that on another Skype at a later date. That's for one up the sleeve. Any more likes, please? Can everybody like the stream and share? I'm honoured, says Gordon Robertson. So you should be. No, the honour is all mine. The privilege is mine, Gordon. Oh, and by the way, I saw your diligence in sharing. Thank you. Way above beyond the call of duty. Above and beyond the call of duty, but very much appreciated. I can tell you. Oh, right. I'm just putting out this tweet. I need to put this tweet out before I go, guys. Very important. Right, we'll just see what's happening here. Okay, got that. And I'll put a picture up as well. Put a picture up. Scottie McClue. Put up the big motor. We like that one. Good. That's up there. Excellent stuff. What else can I put? Come on. I'm just putting stuff in the tweet here. And I'm trying to think what's best. Team McClue. Team McClue. There we are. We'll put that one up. What else is that doing? I'm trying to think what else I can put up. I'm having to do all this in myself because you're not coming in here. And you should be. Scotty, can you hear me? What have we got here? Hang on a minute. I've learned the Goodbye song with you. I'm honoured to go Rolls. Hello, Scotty. Says, Itsuki. Dinky-Doo. Scotty, can you hear me? Yes, I can. Scotty, hello. Hello, Itsuki. Great show. Dinky-Doo, says the wonderful Betty McIver. Thank you, Betty. Any more likes, guys? And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Very, very important. Right, so what else have we got here? I'll put up subscribe. That would be good. There's a good one to put up. Subscribe. Yes. Lovely. They love that. Right, that's gone up. I think I'll just send this out, guys, and we'll take potluck on it. How about that? So there we are. So that's gone on. Stay on an extra hour, Scottie. Feature, says Magnus. Feature, Magnus, excellent. Betty McIver, thank you very, very much. Yes, it has been a wonderful show tonight. They're all outstanding, and it's because of you guys. You do a fabulous, fabulous job. Right, what have I got here? Who's been on? There we are. I've just clicked on the tweet, and already, can you believe it, 20 people have seen it, and I've just clicked on it this second. 20 people have seen it. How amazing is that? The power of Scottie McClue on YouTube, just for you, Dinky-Doo, and it's going at 23, 25, up it goes. Fantastic. They've all seen that right now. Scottie, what's your worst fear? It's okay, my worst fear. I don't really have any fears. My worst fear. I think getting pregnant and not knowing who the mother is. Make sense? My worst fear. So there we are. It's okay. Hey, fantastic. Wow. Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. Great to have you with us, guys. Any more likes while we're on? We can also not like. 45 people have seen the tweet. Can everybody follow me on Twitter at ScottieMcClue? Yes, and spend the day sharing this. So there we go. That tweet's doing very, very well, I have to say. Fantastic. So there we are. Leave it there. ScottieMcClue live. Wonderful. And get everybody to subscribe. Share it with all your gaming pals. Anybody you know on YouTube, get it sorted out. Tell them 8 o'clock sharp through until 10. Scottie McClue every night during lockdown. Dinky-Doo. Right, I'd better push off. Gordon Robertson, I hope you enjoyed our extended show. I subscribed. Itsuki, thank you. Very much appreciated. And get all your pals to do the same, because we need to get the subscribers up. We need to get that up into the hundreds and thousands. I think there's a couple of thousand subscribers at the moment. I would like to see that up to 3,000-4,000 very quickly. So get everybody subscribing. Thank you, Itsuki. Wonderful stuff. Itsuki has just subscribed, and that is very much appreciated. I thank you. Right, time to push off. Shall I sing you the goodbye song? Are we ready? Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Take care, everybody, as you go. Goodbye, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir. And a cheerio. And he'll say a cheerio. Au revoir and a cheerio. Fantastic. There we are. Yes, I joined the extension. Sorry for the E period of absence mid-podcast. The wee period of absence. Scottie hitting the tunes. Absolutely, it's okay. Few moves there. Thank you. Good night, everybody. High notes. Good night, everybody. Take great care of yourselves. Stay wonderful. Stay fabulous. Love being you. Remember, it's a great thing to be. So from me, Scottie McClue, to every single one of you out there in the world and on YouTube, good night, God bless, Dinky-Doo, and ta-ra, lass!